Hey there, it's Dr. Crypto here. So I hope everybody's doing well. And wasn't it crazy yesterday on the traditional stock markets? It just went wild. And then we're waiting there for crypto. Come on, crypto, like pulling that stick, trying to prod it along. But yeah, Bitcoin did end up starting to rally up towards the end of the day yesterday. And this morning, it's been rallying up again and currently sitting at the 44,818. And with a market cap currently at 1.67 trillion. Yesterday was about 1.65, but today 1.67 trillion. So I'm just going to cover a bit of the markets, cover a bit of Chronos and crypto.com. So give us a like, give us a thumbs up. It's always much appreciated. If you don't like what I'm doing, give us a thumbs down. You know, it always helps with the algorithm, but you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. So yesterday I mentioned in the video that I did, we were creating this this inverse head and shoulders in the Bitcoin daily, and then also we had this wedge as well which has been created, and we actually have broken out, and so far we've hit that target of where I said it was going to go, and which is around about the 40,800 mark kind of thing. So yeah, so what I'm expecting is now that we've broken out of that wedge now, and I'm really thinking we're going to come back to the inverse head and shoulders neckline, which is around about here. So I'm expecting we're going to go all the way up to here, around about 48, maybe hit 45,000, and then come back, retest the neckline, and make our way back up. Because if we look at the moment at liquidations level, we've got a little bit at 43,686, which is building. But the biggest liquidation levels here is at $45,000, which actually coincides with actually where we're sort of breaking up, come back down, retest, and head straight back up. Because at the moment, we're sort of, if we look at the 20 EMA, we've sort of keeping above that. We've stayed above it. We lost the 20 EMA, came out down, and we reclaimed the 20 EMA and come back up. So it makes sense that we come back down, retest the 20 EMA, connect up to it, and then make our way up. So that's what I'm thinking. But obviously, good news has come along also, which is quite bullish for the charts and for crypto and Bitcoin, is that we've got in here the spot Bitcoin ETFs traded over 1 billion in volume. This was yesterday, So yeah, that's information from Bloomberg. So all this bullishness is helping, obviously, with the technical analysis and that. So we got that wedge breaking out. We've started to come up. I'm expecting us to retest back down and then make our way back up. But we can see here that more news has come out where Breaking Fidelity has now allocated 1% to spot Bitcoin in the all-in-one conservative ETF. So that is absolutely mega news. And this is so early in to the ETF. So hopefully with this grayscale starting to slow in terms of like selling off, is slowing down, and now we can start to see some of that fruit start to bloom from the ETFs and start to see Bitcoin push up. Now, you know, obviously anything can happen. We can get a black swan event and everything just crashes, and everything that we think is bullish just suddenly just goes down the toilet. But obviously, let's hope that doesn't happen. Obviously, as we get these pull-ups, we're going to get little pullbacks as well, and that's why I'm expecting Bitcoin to make that little pull-up, push up, and then a bit of a pullback, and then fly up again. That's what I'm expecting, because at the moment, we can see here, it's a lot of mixed bag. We see STX here, it's up by 2.10%. Obviously, not surprising, that's related to Bitcoin. So yeah, a lot of mixed bag at the moment. Everything's up around about, coming up to a bit of resistance at the moment. But, you know, with what's going on at the moment, with all this ETF stuff, we had a bit of the ETF dying back, but now it's starting to come back a bit now. And because we've seen what are these inflows coming in into these ETFs is really mega bullish. And don't forget, what have we coming up, which is, I personally think, is going to be the biggest catalyst, is the Bitcoin halving, which is in 66 days time. And that is going to be like a supply shock, in my opinion, in terms of Bitcoin, and then for the rest of the crypto market, because as the supply gets cut down, the demand's there. We know the demand's there, obviously, from the institutions as well. So obviously that demand's coming in, then retail end up coming in, and then that's where we get the explosion. Because I really think that we're going to get this. What we're going to do is we're going to get this big push up, And the bull market, in my opinion, is going to go into 2025. I think it's going to go into August, September, up to November for the bull market for crypto. So let's hope that happens, and let's hope the bull market really does kick in soon. Within that 66 days, it could happen. As of now, it's actually 65 days it's gone down to. So yeah, so I'm really mega bullish. If you're not bullish now, I do not know what to say, because we've got so many bullish narratives happening. That thing, but honestly, we look at the greed of feed, and we're still sitting at 66. Yesterday was at 62. We've gone up a little bit now. Like I said, I don't know what I could say to make this more bullish. When people are capitulating now, when we have a little bit of a drop, and people start to panic and say, "Oh, best sell." I'm not saying never to take profits. You don't always take profits on the way up. It makes perfectly sense. But it's when people capitulate and they sell everything because they think it's going to go down to 12,000. Still, we still got that mentality from the bear market that we're still going. Some people think we're still going down to 12,000. I just think there's too much going on to make that happen, unless we get some sort of World War III or something like that, or some black swan event happen, which could change the tide. But for me at the moment, I really am bullish, and I'm looking for the future. I'm building, and we're still in that accumulation stage at the moment. We really are. It's just in it, because like I said, you look on the charts here, we're still in that chart. We're just basically still going sideways at the moment. So for me, this is my little accumulation area. This is still my accumulation, not just in Bitcoin, but other cryptos as well. We're accumulating and then ready to make that push out of that accumulation range and start going parabolic. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. And one token I'm bullish on, and you know this from previous videos, I'm obviously mega bullish on CRO is like one of those tokens which is really in the crypto space, really underappreciated. Crypto.com, I find, in the space is really underappreciated. Everything they are doing is mega ultra bullish, and you're going to get in every kind of ecosystems, you're going to get people who are going to be negative footing. It's never going to go to all-time high again, or anything like that. There's so much going on. If Bitcoin gets to the all-time highs and surpasses that, then expect like CRO to get well above $1. Like I said, I really think we're going to get past $1, head up to $2, and we could even go further, depending how much Bitcoin does before that tops off. But there's lots of room for this. It's such a big company. It's there. It's like they've got more than 80 million users. It's not been updated, but I really do think we've got more than 80 million users, and at some point we'll get an update to that. We've got lots going on with Crypto.com. We've started to get all those new incentives are all coming back, and Chris, the CEO, was absolutely spot on with that. He did say in the bear market, once we start become more bullish and we're in the bull market, expect the new incentives to come back. And Chris says 69 days to the Bitcoin halving. And also, he has tweeted out, I won't go back to that tweet because I covered it yesterday. He has come out and he is actually helping out with customer service, because we know customer service has not been so great of recent, because don't forget, there's been layoffs, but there's been layoffs all through the crypto market. And people can't just pinpoint, it's just Crypto.com. It's everybody. Everybody's had layoffs in the crypto space. But now what's happening is the numbers are coming back from basically retail are coming back, and obviously it's starting to catch up a bit now in terms of we haven't got the staff at the moment, but we need to get that in place, and that's going to take time, so we're just going to bear with that. But even Chris, the CEO, which is a very rare thing to see in any CEO, is actually helping out with the customer services. So he is helping out, he's digging in, and no doubt all the other Crypto.com team members are helping out as well to get back up to that marker which they need to get that customer service spot on. But you don't get much of CEO. It's a rarity thing, but Chris is a rare in CEO. He stands out, he gets things done, and he keeps to his promises. People have negative comments about him, don't like talking about him for what happens in the past. What happened in the past, it's just part of business. It's part of building a business. You have businesses which sometimes just don't work, but then you come across a business that actually flourishes. It takes time. I've been in business for many years. I know the situation. You have businesses that fail, and then suddenly you can find that one business and it takes off. So see, Chris, the CEO, top notch in my opinion, lots of perks coming back. Can't get any more bullish than that. And I'm really expecting the price of CRO to pump up. Ignore the fudders, ignore all the naysayers. It really is. There's so much going on in the crypto.com ecosystem and the Chronos ecosystem as well. And we can see gradually the numbers are pushing up. Well over 1 million now in Chronos chain unique addresses. And do not forget, we've got the vote was 98% to get to have these have the APRs increase. So expect the increase in APRs as well in the Chronos ecosystem, which is mega bullish. That's what people want to see. They want to see those APRs pumping up because it's bullish then for CRO as well. And it gets more people into the Chronos chain as well. And, you know, when you come to the Chronos chain, such a young company, November 2021, people are moaning because it's dropped down from in DeFi Llama down from 10 down to 14 up to 13 up to 12. It just keeps on floating around those kind of numbers. But this is a really young chain that is being built. It takes time, a lot of time. You want to get things right, it takes time. And Charles Hoskinson, who is Cardano, has said the same. You know, when you're building something, you build it from the bottom up. And it takes time to get it right. Though it's frustrated to people outside the ecosystem or who retail like me, but people in there who are building it want to get it right. And I'm really, really bullish of what they are doing. Because you just go to the ecosystem here, where we get the ecosystem up of what they're actually creating. VVS Finance, Tectonic, Vino, Vulcan, and many, many more catching. And you just could go down and you see what's actually trending projects at the moment. Beefy Finance. And then you've also got the NFT projects like the Loaded Lines, Marbleverse, and Board Candy, Chronos ID, maybe, and many, many more, which are building. And you can see, you just go to their website and actually see what's being built. But what I am really bullish on is because I've said it in so many videos regarding game and GambleFi. Gaming is going to be one of those biggest ones. Like we've got Board Candy City, which is DEX and NFT and gaming. And then we've got the Loaded Lines, we've got Main City, and we've got the Loaded Lines NFTs as well. And it's like I said, there's so many more. You just click on here and you can actually check it out when it comes up. We've got eyeball games, and we could just check it out, check the games out. And this is why I'm really bullish, because when these games are being created and have been created, they're attracting people. And you can see more and more gaming companies are coming to build on Chronos. And it's a young company. It takes time. There's so much going on. DeFi. And we can see here on the DeFi, Tectonic, Ferro. And then we've got Beefy Finance, Madmex, Versa Games, Argon Finance, Single Finance, VVS Finance. And like I said, you've got the tools as well on here. Bubble Maps, Chronos Bridge. Oh my. So basically, get yourself to discover.chronos.org. And this is why I am mega, mega bullish. Such a young project, but so much that is being built on it. And this is the early stage. And don't forget, with Chronos, it started the end of November of 2021, when we're sort of like just in the bull market, just coming towards the end of it. So what is it going to be like when this bull market really, really kicks off? So get to check it out. Get to check the crypto.com app out. Get to check the Chronos out. See what they're building. Look what the CEO's doing. What the team's doing. You can't get any more bullish, in my opinion. People say, no, it's never going to go back to all-time high or anything like that. Look, at the end of the day, you're always going to get naysayed. In every ecosystem, it doesn't matter what ecosystem you're in, Ethereum, Cardano, there's always, people say Cardano's a dead project. No, it isn't. It isn't dead. That's the people who come from other chains to come in to FUD others. It's rubbish. Ignore that. Ignore the noise. Look and actually check out things yourself. I think CRO, quite easy, is going to get to $1. No problem at all. Once we start getting to that parabolic move, when crypto is actually in full move, we are going to go and hit that $1, and we're going to go beyond that. $1.50, $2, maybe more. You know, because at the end of the day, look what happened to look at ADA. Look what happened to that. 7 cent that boy. It went all the way up to $3. I sold some of it at $2.50. It just shows you. Ignore the naysayers. Just see what they're building, and that will give you the idea what is going on. So I hope this video has been helpful. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.